resolving the following into partial fractions. A, let's deal with problem A. You have 4 into x minus 4 all over x squared minus 2x minus 3. So what we'll do first for this one like this, first we factorize the denominator to get the factors of the denominator of the expression on the denominator. So what I'll do now, I will use a factorization method. So I'll multiply this and this. I'll multiply the first term and the last term. It will give me minus 3x squared. Now, what are the factors of minus 3x squared? When I sum them, it will give me this. I have plus x and minus 3x. So if I sum plus x and minus 3x, it will give me minus 2x. Now I will replace this minus 2x with these two terms. So I will have x squared plus x minus 3x minus 3. So what is the common factor here is x. So my x squared divided by x is x, plus x divided by x is plus 1. What are the common factor here is minus 3. Minus 3x divided by minus 3 will give you x. Minus 3 divided by minus 3 will give you plus 1. So factorizing this, I have this x plus 1 is common to both terms. So I'll factor it out. It's a factor, so it's a common factor. So if I divide the first term with this x plus 1, I'll have x. Divide the second term with this x plus 1, I'll have minus 3. So this is in this form now. So I'll have this. Okay, let me write it here. This is equal to 4 into x minus 4 x plus 1 x minus 3. Now that means you have 4x into 4 x minus 4 all over x plus 1 x minus 3. So this is equivalent to, so this is a linear factors. This the factors on the denominators are linear factors. So we're going to say this is equivalent to, say, a constant plus 1 plus b x minus 3. And again, before you start, you check if the power of x at the numerator, if the power at the numerator is more than the power of x at the denominator, what you do first, you divide with the denominator to get to a stage where you have the power at the numerator smaller than that of the denominator. So you can look at here, the power at the numerator is 1, while the power at the denominator is 2. That is x times x, which is x squared, which is 2. So you can solve it in this form. So this is also equivalent to, now what is the lowest common denominator? The lowest common denominator is x plus 1 times x minus 3. So we factor. So now what we do now, I will now say the common denominator is x plus 1 and x minus 3. So all over, if I use this x plus 1 to divide the lowest common denominator, I will have x minus 3. So this x minus 3 times a will have a times x minus 3. Now if I use this x minus 3 to divide the lowest common denominator, I will have x plus 1. So x plus 1 times b, you have b into x plus 1. So the whole of this is still equivalent to this. So but this is the partial fraction. This is the partial fraction of this. Now what I will now do now, equating. So this is, let me just write it down here, x plus 1, x minus 3. So equating the numerator of both sides. So you have 4 into x minus 4 equivalent to ax minus 3 plus b into x plus 1. Now to solve for b or a, what I'll do, I'll say let x equal to 3. So if x is equal to 3, this will not go off. So I will eliminate a. Now for x equal to 3, if you put it here, you have 4 into 3 minus 4, which will be equal to a times 3 minus 3, this will be 0, plus b 3 plus 1. So this will be 3 minus 4 will be minus 1 times this will be minus 4. This will be 0. We will be left with this, which is 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 times this is 4b. So dividing all through by 4, this will give us minus 1. This will give us b. So it implies that b is equal to minus 1. Now if we now, let's say let x equal to minus 1, substitute into equation, let me call this equation 1. Now if you substitute into equation 1, that means we are eliminating b. Okay, I might not do it this way. Let me just expand equation 1. Let me expand equation 1. If I substitute x equal to minus 1, that is the fastest way to do this. Okay, let me do let x equal to minus 1. If you put minus 1 there, anywhere you see x, you substitute it for minus 1. So minus 1 minus 4 equal to a equal to minus 1 minus 3 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. So this will be 0. We are left with minus 1 minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. So minus 5 times 4 will give you minus 20. This is minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4 times a is minus 4a. So divide all through by minus 4a. So this will cancel out. It implies that your a is equal to, this will cancel out, this 4 into 4 4 into 25. So our answer will be 5. Now so this is the answer. So the answer should be for that expression 4x minus 4 all over x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 5 all over x plus 1 minus 1 all over x minus 3. So this is it. So this is the final answer. But if you want to also check if your answer is correct, we expand this. We expand this expression. Yeah. Now to check whether your answer is correct, we can just this expression. Let me just let me copy it. Come here, paste. So I haven't copied it. What I'll do, I'll just expand this. I have 4x minus 16. If I expand this, I have ax minus 3a plus bx plus b. So this is equivalent to saying a plus b is equal to x minus 3a plus b. Now comparing the coefficient of x, so 4 should be equal to a plus b. Now a is 5, b is equal to minus 1. Now if you substitute that value here, if you say a is equal to 5, b is equal to minus 1, you have 4, so it's correct. Now let's compare it with this one. You have minus 16, that is the coefficient of let's say the coefficient of x raised to power 0. So you have minus 16, which is equal to minus 3a plus b. Now if you substitute 5, a equal to 5, you have minus 3 times 5 plus b, which is minus 1. So you have minus 15 minus 1, which is minus 16. So correct. So next time I might not try to, okay, sorry, let me just use this miss and delete this whole thing. So I will not use this method too. I will just do a little okay. Now I have this as instead of that, let me just copy this. Let me copy. So for b, let me just paste. So So we have this. Now if you check the numerator, the power of the numerator, the power of x in the numerator is more than the power of x in the denominator. This is, the denominator is x squared while the numerator is s cubed. So I needed to divide. So what I'll do next is I will expand this. So this is equal to 3x squared minus 2x squared minus 16x plus 20 divided by, if I open up this bracket, I'll have x squared minus 4. Now using x squared minus 4 to divide the numerator, we have 3x squared minus 2x squared, 3x cubed. This is s cubed minus 2 is 16x plus 20. This first term, divide this first term in the inside here. You have 3x. So using this 3x, to multiply the whole of this, 3x times x squared will give you 3s cubed. 3x times minus 4 will give you minus 12x. Minus 12x, it will not be 10. That will be minus 12x. Now, if I subtract the whole of this, this minus this will cancel out. You're left with here will be minus 2x squared minus 16x now plus 12x will give you minus 4x plus 20. So if we use this x squared to divide this first term here, now we'll have minus 2. Now if we use minus 2 to multiply the whole of this, we'll have minus 2x squared. So minus 2 times minus 4 will give you plus 8. Now if I subtract the whole of this from this expression, I'll have this will cancel out. Now you will now have the here's minus 4x, then plus 20 minus 8 will give you minus 12. Will give us minus 12. So that means dividing this function 3x cubed minus 2x squared minus 16x plus 20 with x squared minus 4, we have 3x minus 2 minus let me just put minus, okay, minus 4x plus 12 all over x squared minus 4. So we have something like this. Now let's work on this to get the partial fraction of this. So we have 4x plus 12 divided by x squared minus 4, which is something as 4x plus 12 divided by x minus 2 x plus 2. So this is equivalent to a all over x minus 2 plus b all over x plus 2. So 4x plus 12 all over x minus 2 x plus 2, which is equivalent to x minus 2 times x plus 2 a times x plus 2 plus b times x minus 2. So what happened is the lowest common multiple is x minus 2 times x plus 2. So if you multiply, if you use this to divide this lowest common denominator, you will have what you have left is x plus 2. So x plus 2 times a. That is how I do this. Then, or you can practically say this times this plus this times this divided by this times this, which is this. That is, this times this is this. This times this is this. This times this is this. So it should also give us the same thing. So equating the numerator, you have 4x plus 12 equal to a into x plus 2 plus b into x minus 2. If I use, assuming x is equal to 2, so wherever I see x, I substitute for it. So 4 times 2 plus 12 is equal to a 2 plus 2 minus 2. So this will be 0. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 12 is 20. 2 plus 2 is 4a. So which implies that a is equal to 5. Now, assuming x is equal to minus 2, and I have, wherever I see x, I put minus 2 to both sides of the numerator. So let me call this equation 1. So I have 4 times minus 2 plus 12. So a minus 2 plus 2, this will be 0, plus b minus 2 minus 2. So 4 times minus 2 will give you minus 8, plus 12 will give you 4. So minus 2 will give you minus 4 times b will give you minus 4b. So divide all 3 by minus 4b. This will cancel out. 4 plus 4 divided by minus 4 will give you minus 1. So this will give you b. It implies that b is equal to minus 1. So introducing this into this equation, that means 4x plus 12 divided by x minus 2 bracket open bracket close x plus 2 is equal to 5 all over x minus 2 minus 1 over x plus 2. Now substitute this into this expression. Now we now have 3s cubed minus 2x squared minus 16x plus 20 all over x minus 2 times x plus 2 will be equal to 3x minus 2 minus bracket open. So wherever I see this, which is the same thing as this, I replace it with this. So we'll have 5 all over x minus 2 minus 1 all over x plus 2. So that means we'll have 3x minus 2. So if you use this minus 2, if you use it to multiply and open up this expression, you have this will be minus 5 all over x minus 2 minus times minus will be plus 1 all over x plus 2. So this is the final answer. We're done with B. Let's go over to C. So C, let me just copy the C. We select it, copy, we go down, you will paste it. So with this expression, this is a repeated linear factor. So for a repeated linear factor, this is repeated 2 times. You say a all over x plus 1 plus b all over x plus 1 all squared. So this is equivalent to this. So this will now be the lowest common multiple is x plus 1 squared. So you will now have x plus 1 squared all over now if you use x plus 1 to divide this lowest common denominator, you have x plus 1. So a times x plus 1, you have a times x plus 1. B, when you use this x plus 1 squared to divide this x plus 1 square, you have 1. 1 times b give you b. So this is what we get. So we have 4x minus 3 all over x minus x plus 1 all squared. So equating the numerator, you have 4x minus 3 equal to x plus 1 plus b. Assuming, okay, let me just say, let let x equal to minus 1. So wherever I see x, I replace it with minus 1. So I have 4 minus 1 minus 3 equal to a into minus 1 plus 1 plus b. So this will be 0. That will cancel out. So we have 4 times minus 1 will be minus 4 minus 3. So this will be minus 7. So b. So that implies that b is equal to minus 7. Now, equation 1. If we expand equation 1, we have 4x minus 3 equal to ax plus a plus b. Now, from the coefficient of x, equating the coefficient of x, you have 4 equal to a, which implies that a is equal to 4. Now let's now write the partial fraction of this question, which is 4x minus 3 divided by x plus 1 all squared will be equivalent to 4 all over x plus 1 minus 7 all over x plus 1 all squared. So this is the final answer for this. Then the last but not the least, we have this, the D. Let's copy the question, go down here and paste it. Go down here, paste. Remove it here. Now I have this solely for this. The power of the variable, the power of x in the denominator is more than that in the numerator, so I don't need to divide. So what I'll do next is, now I have a quadratic factor. So for a quadratic factor, we need to also express it like this. So say ax plus b divided by x squared plus 7 plus c all over x minus 2. So that is the way to do it, to do this kind of question. So now what I'll do next is, so what is the lowest common denominator for these two terms? So the lowest common denominator is x squared plus 7 times x squared minus 2. So now I will now say over x squared plus 7 times x squared minus 2. Using x squared minus plus 2 to divide the lowest common denominator, I'll have x minus 2. So x minus 2 times ax plus b. So I'll have ax plus b times x minus 2. Now if I use this x minus 2 to divide this lowest common denominator, I'll be left with x squared plus 7. So x squared plus 7 times c. So I'll have plus c times x squared plus 7. So this is it. So Equating the numerator, have x squared minus x minus 13 equivalent to x ax plus b x minus 2 plus c x squared plus 7. Now select x equal to 2. So using x equal to 2, so wherever I see x, I put 2 there. So this is x, so that is 2 square minus 2 minus 13 is equal to a times 2 plus b 2 minus 2, this is equal to 0 plus c into 2 square plus 7. Now we have 2 square is 4 minus 2 minus 13 is equal to c into 4 plus 7. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 13 will give you minus 11. 4 plus 7 is 11, so 11c. Divide all through by 11. This cancels this. This divided by this. This minus 11 divided by 11, we have minus 1, which is equal to c. So it implies that our c is equal to minus 1. Now expanding this expression, equation 1. So equation 1 is x squared minus x minus 13 equal to x ax plus b into x minus 2 plus c into x squared plus 7. Now if we expand this expression, you just say x plus b times x minus 2. So the first expression is multiplying this with x, so you have a x squared plus bx. So the next one, the first one is using this to multiply the whole of this. Now you have x times ax plus b, that will give us that. So the next one is minus 2 times this whole thing, minus 2 times ax plus b. So this will give us, you have minus 2 should be here, minus 2ax, minus 2ax will be here. Then the next one, minus 2 times plus b will give you minus 2b. Now if you add this up, you have ax squared plus b minus 2a into, in bracket open, b minus 2a bracket close times x minus 2b. So this is what we get. So when we expand that, we have ax squared plus b bracket open plus b bracket open plus bracket open b minus 2a times x minus 2b, then plus this one will be cx squared plus 7c, bringing the like terms together. So this is cx squared, so with this, so you have a plus c times x squared plus you have b minus 2a times x, then this one is a constant, so that is the coefficient of x raised to power 0, so which is plus 7c minus 2b. So you have this, you have x squared minus x minus 13. So equating the coefficient of x squared, equating the coefficient of x squared on both sides. So here the coefficient of x squared is 1, is equal to the coefficient of x squared in the left hand side, in the right hand side, which is a plus c. We have c to be minus 1. C is equal to minus 1, so you have a minus 1, so it implies that a is equal to 2. Now this is for coefficient of x squared. So for coefficient of x, so equating the coefficient of x, you have at the left hand side the coefficient of x is minus 1, at the right hand side the coefficient of x is b minus 2a. So we have gotten a equal to 2, so substituting a equal to 2, you have b minus 2 times 2, so this will give you b minus 4. Now you have minus 1 equal to 4 minus is equal to b minus 4. So adding plus 4 to both sides of the equation. Here minus 1 plus 4 will give you plus 3. This will cancel out, you have b. So b is equal to, it implies that b is equal to 3. So now let's see if it's correct. We have this constant to be minus 13. That is it. The coefficient of x raised to power 0. On the left hand side is minus 13. On the right hand side is 7c minus 2b. Now let's see if it's correct. You have 7 times minus 1, because c is minus 1, minus 2, b is 3, which implies that this is minus 7, because 7 times minus 1 is minus 7, minus 2 times 3 is minus 6, so this will give us minus 13. So it's correct. So now let's express this in partial fraction. So I have x squared minus x minus 13 all over x squared plus 7 times x minus 2 equal to 2x, because a is 2, b is 3, plus 3 divided by x squared plus 7 minus 1 all over x minus 2. So this is the final answer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.